What is next with Russia and World War III? Been keeping up with this, and I'm noticing a lot of Western media isn't really covering what's going on in Russia / Ukraine and Syria and a lot of other things like that. They don't really cover a lot of it. So I watch a lot of Times of India and Hindustan Times and other things like that, and see their perspective on the whole thing. Because every time you see anything from Ukraine, it's always the heroic Ukrainian armies are pushing back the Russian troops. The Russians are failing. They've lost significant numbers, and the heroic Ukrainian troops continue to win every battle or something. Oh, okay. Even though a lot of military intelligence guys are saying, 700,000 or so dead Ukrainian soldiers. There's huge fields of dead soldiers over there. And the West has to keep financing this stupid war in Ukraine, but they're winning. They're winning. That's why you have to keep putting money into a dying horse. Yeah, I don't think so. But you might have seen this. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But a few days ago, there was a general, Lieutenant General Krylyov or something like that. I can't remember his first name. But he was walking out of the one building over there in Moscow, and they had a scooter that was rigged with an improvised explosive device, an IED, and this scooter blew up, killed the guy instantly. Lieutenant General. Now, I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, it was Ukraine. Ukraine, they're not taking responsibility for it, but they're taking responsibility for it. They're saying we did it, but they didn't really do it. We're not really sure. Whatever. You want my honest opinion? I think it was American Special Operations that did that. I mean, you have these Ukrainian soldiers. They can't run the ATACMS missile systems. They have to have Americans do it for them. Look at this up ahead with the sunlight hitting it. Looks really pretty. So the Ukrainians, they can't run the ATACMS missile systems, but they can somehow sneak into Moscow, one of their guys or whatever, and make this improvised explosive device scooter and take out a lieutenant general. No, that sounds more like the West to me. That sounds more like some kind of Operation SEAL team or some kind of Rangers or whatever else would do that. I don't know. But here's the thing. The Bible plainly has Russia as an end-time superpower. There are some things out there about Russia being the third Rome, which is interesting. I'm going to be doing some studies on that. My wife actually found that in a book and she was telling me about it. I said, huh? Russia's the third Rome? I don't understand that. Well, I'm going to be looking into that. It's one of the things I'm studying. There's a lot of study that goes into this ministry. And so, okay, Russia's the third Rome. Russia's going to be an end-time superpower. The feet of the bear or whatever, the Russian bear, which is actually an American creation, but that's another issue. But right now, there's some talk, there's different schools of thought within different military intelligence circles and whatever, which I'm not part of, so don't go with that. Dillinger's part of it. No, he's not. I was never in the military. I'm not CIA or anything else that I've been accused of. That's stupid nonsense. But one of the schools of thought is that if Russia waits till Trump gets in, then Trump is going to stop the war in Ukraine, and therefore then Russia and America can become best buddies again or something else, and America can focus in on cryptocurrency and become the Bitcoin capital of the world. Okay, well, let's go with that thinking for a minute. And what do you think would happen if America gets back on its feet financially? If America can prop the dollar up? Do you think that that's going to be good for Russia or bad for Russia? I mean, they're already going and killing lieutenant generals in Moscow, right on the streets in there. Well, let's see if we can do something to continue America. Let's just kind of keep it going a little bit longer. Really? I thought Russians were a little bit more intelligent than that. And I know I saw a real reporter over in Russia. He did a thing about Trump actually gave these shoulder mount missiles or something like this to Ukraine before the war with Russia and Ukraine really became a big thing, started or whatever there, and and reported on in the Western media. The war between Russia and Ukraine has been going on for a long time, but the whole issue there is Trump was giving weapons to the Ukrainians. Very interesting. But Trump's going to somehow de-escalate the war, and we're not going to have a war and whatever else. I question that. I question that very much. I think the reality of it is that Trump would only, if he does stop the war in Ukraine, I think it's just going to be for a little bit of time to get America's finances back up again so that we can really wage war on Russia. I mean, just Russia, Putin, you have to realize the West will never stop. NATO will never stop. I mean, learn from history. NATO says it's wrong to bomb civilian targets. Then they firebomb Dresden and they firebomb Tokyo. Well, yeah, you know, and we have to stop weapons of mass destruction. Well, who is it that's used weapons of mass destruction throughout history? Oh, that would be America, right? But, you know, let's try to make some peace here with America. Why? So America can all of a sudden then develop our own hypersonic missiles? Right now, Russia has an advantage over America. Russia can, you know, they have the Orishnik missile, if I pronounce that correctly. It's a hypersonic missile. America has no defenses. So if Russia follows Bible prophecy, if this is the true time of the end and whatever else here, which I believe it is, if Russia is going to fulfill prophecy and become the end time world superpower, then Russia had better use those weapons. They better get it done. And we were joking about it the one time about how Putin just keeps drawing a line in the sand, you know, like this. You know, he'll, there, don't cross that. NATO goes, Putin says, okay, that one for sure. Now this one here, don't cross it. NATO goes like this. I mean, how many times have we seen this? Don't bring tanks into Ukraine. They bring tanks. Don't bring F-16s into Ukraine. They bring F-16s. Don't shoot at our civilian areas and things. They do it. Well, Russia, you better do something about it there. Putin, you better do something. You better stop saying, you know, and he came out, by the way, and said about they keep crossing our red lines. Yes, they do. We'll just, we'll redo our nuclear doctrine over and over again. We'll just continue to just sit back and wait till the time when NATO can get close enough to start killing large numbers of our civilian population. Haven't you learned from history? I mean, I'm an American. I love what my country stood for, not what it currently stands for. America has become an abomination. I mean, even in the best of times, America was doing some pretty wicked stuff. But now, with all the woke, you know, stuff and getting people to sterilize themselves and destroying, I mean, America's destroying itself. If you don't stop this nation, America's going to take that same self-destructive philosophy and spread it throughout the world. They're already trying to. Do something, Russia. You need to do something to stop this. All of our lives are at stake. You say, but we're just trying to, stop World War III from happening. Nobody wants World War III. Yeah, I get that. But you know what? In order to, it's kind of like saying I want to make an egg, you know, egg being peace, without cracking the shell. Well, I don't think that's going to work. You need to make some things happen. Yes, innocent people will die. That happens in war. But if something isn't done soon, it's going to be far worse in the future. You know, preemptive strike is about the only thing that can happen, in my opinion, right now. And that would fulfill Bible prophecy. You say, so you're saying that you want this? I'm saying that it has to happen. I'm not saying I want anything. I'm saying it has to happen. Logically, it has to happen. And I believe it will happen according to the scriptures. I'm a Bible-believing preacher, a Bible-believing Christian. And I believe that the things that are recorded as Bible prophecy are actually, I forget how the one guy said it. You know, basically it's going to be fulfilled. It will happen. Okay, that's what it was. Lord just brought it back into my mind. Bible prophecy is pre-recorded history. Heard that many years ago. I forget what the pastor's name was, but one of the guys I was studying under, and he said about that. Bible prophecy is pre-recorded history. Well, I agree with that. I do. And in order for Russia to become a end-time world superpower, they need to do something. And I hope that Putin makes a decision soon, because all of our people are at stake. If there's a really hard hit on America, a first strike type of a thing, then the war can end quickly. If it's prolonged, and you'll let America come back, and we'll use Bitcoin instead of the dollar or something, and we'll get our finances back up, and we'll become a wealthy nation. We're going to buy more weapons and go right back to Russia again. Try to take over Russia. There's a thing about the North. The devil has an issue with the North. Read Isaiah chapter 14 and you'll understand what I'm talking about there. Lucifer and his desire to put his throne above the sides of the North. God is a northern God. All right, he's not a Mediterranean God for the Jews. He made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But that doesn't mean that he's Mediterranean. God is a northern God. So, but that is going to be it for this little video here, my little rant. Hopefully you enjoyed the beautiful snow with me this morning. I'm on my walk here. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.